As I've surveyed my 74 years on this earth, I've come to the realization that wellness is not an easy thing. The battles we face are many. We battle physical issues such as diseases, broken bones, weight gain, the lack of stamina, and so on. I fought all these physical battles myself, yet the most severe happened recently as I battled stage 4 bladder cancer. I have had many emotions and issues as well, struggling with anger, bitterness, a lack of peace, and so on. The spiritual issues have also existed at times, but the big question we have to ask is this: why do we have these struggles? The struggle began a long time ago. Paul wrote to the Romans about this, looking back to the Garden of Eden when something drastic happened that affected the entire creation. Let me read his words to you from Romans chapter 8. For the creation was subjected to fertility, not willingly, but because of him who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be set free from its bondage to corruption and obtain the freedom of the glory of the children of God. See, what happened was Adam and Eve transgressed the command of God in the garden, and this changed everything. Adam and Eve lived in the Garden of Eden, a place of utopia. It was a place with no pain, no suffering, no death, no struggles, and no sin. It was a peaceful place, perfect in every way. They had a close personal relationship and perfect relationship with the Lord. The Lord provided everything they needed, but then sin entered into the world. The Lord had commanded them not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and yet they yielded to the devil's temptation and ate of its fruit. Paul indicated that this brought a curse upon the entire creation, and the effects are universal and indiscriminate. Utopia was no more. And this is where we are today, living in a fallen and decaying world. Yes, much of the problem is physical. These things include diseases and physical death. Yet natural disasters are also part of this corruption. However, along with this corruption came the sinful nature of man. We all inherited a nature prone to sin, and thus we all sin. This sin problem affects not just ourselves, but also has a profound impact on other people as well. Moreover, the sins of others have a profound impact on us. Additionally, there are spiritual forces of evil that seek to lead people off the path of God's righteousness, and all that compounds the big problem. As a result, this creates a variety of issues beyond just the physical. You see, people will experience conflicts with others, stressful situations, hardships of all kinds, and this will result in a host of emotional issues such as anger, bitterness, anxiety, depression, lack of confidence, and a host of others. And those who do not have a relationship with the Lord are not on the path to recovery. They're actually part of the problem and not actually part of the solution. And sadly, and very sadly, they don't even realize what the true problem is, and they don't know the only source for healing. So, when sin entered the world, everything changed. It made total wellness, that is spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical wellness, very, very difficult. These wellness issues are indiscriminate. They affect everyone, believers and unbelievers alike. However, the difference between the believer and the unbeliever is that the believer knows the one who is the healer, the Jehovah Rapha. That is our Lord Jesus Christ.